It's Desai Cerberus here, and today we are back with another Wise Use of Time by Jim Dattilo. We're on Chapter 2, Time Doesn't Exist? Clocks exist, which, as I refuted last time, time does exist because we experience it, and if we experience it, that means it must exist in some capacity. Friday, October 3rd, 2014. Your alarm blares out, forcing you awake to a pop hit from a superstar singer, Hailey Silas. Miley Cyrus. You roll from bed to the floor with a blunt thud as a tangle of sheets entwines your legs. You stare up at the clock. That damn penguin sneers at 6:51 a.m. You must have mashed the snooze button a few times. In a flash of painful realizations, you remember the importance of today. The new account, your boss's memo, overzealous coworkers, potential for promotion. You rise and stumble. Your joints pop and muscles feel leaden. And somewhere in the depths of your intestines, something churns. Luckily, the pain in your head has subsided, and the dizziness is gone. But you can barely move and have 24 minutes to get to work. With a shower, suit, and a breakfast to go. Oh, and a 30-minute bus ride. Given yesterday's events and the power to stop time, you can't help but wonder if the ability will return or not. Thinking about your workday ahead, I want to get to work and do a good job. I'm going to work, but I can't stop wondering if my ability will return. If my ability returns, I'll stick it out at work until I figure out the extent of my power. I'm going to work, but I can't stop wondering if my ability will return. You have to work. You have to work to live. I thought it was saying you have to work live. Like, we're doing it live! You have to work to live, but if your ability returns, a lot can change. You may eventually quit your job, but you need to understand the full scope of stopping time before burning bridges at work and foregoing a career you've built. 7 minutes later. Showered and dressed, you engulf a bagel and run through the door of your apartment. You consider waking Raj and Olivia to see if someone could drive you, but both were asleep and would have taken too long to get up and get dressed. Besides, you're meeting them both at the casino late at night to celebrate Raj's birthday. As you rush downstairs, you rifle through your backpack for bus fare. Inside sits a lonely $20 bill and $2 in loose change. With rent due Monday, you owe $500 to Olivia, who writes the check to your landlord, and another $100 for utilities and cable. Payday comes at the middle and end of the month, giving you a bit over $372 to live on for the next 2 weeks. You rush out of your building, nearly tripping over your own feet as you jump down the front steps. Your wristwatch reads 7:03, and heavy Friday traffic fills the streets. Running down the street, you turn the corner. The city bus looms at the stop, packed with riders, doors unfolding. "Hold on!" you yell and bolt toward the bus as the doors start to shut and brakes release a heavy hiss. The driver ignores your waving arms. Your heart pounds. Your boss's last words from yesterday replay in your mind. "Be in by 7:15 to help me set up the conference room, or don't show at all." Sweat coats your body, and the autumn air can't cool you fast enough. The bus pulls away from the curb, and you throw your hands out to catch the door before it closes. And then time stops. Ooh, the power returned. Nothing moves on the corner of High Street and Melrose Avenue, not cars nor pedestrians, and certainly not the bus suspended before you. As you stand at the closed glass doors, you consider your options. Your watch reads 7:03, 12 minutes to get to work. With time stopped, you can stroll to work, even arriving early and impressing your boss. But you still don't know the limits of the ability. Can you stop time for that long? You have to get to work, and you decide to keep time stopped and walk there, start time and take a cab. It's faster than the bus, and it'll get me to work only a few minutes late. It costs $20. Oh, okay, a cab. Take the bus to work. I'm reluctant to use my ability just to make it to work on time. You know what, let's give it a test. Keep time stopped and walk there. You can't be late to work, and keeping time stopped makes the most sense. This way, you get to work on time and impress your boss. The busy street is not so busy now. Traffic crowds the 2-lane road, though a garbage truck blocks a lane and collectors throw trash bags into the belly of the smelly green monster. The school bus stands silent as 20 faces peer through the tinted windows. Everything is silent and still. Eerily so. "It's a long way to work," you say aloud, not expecting a response. You glance down Main Street and set out on your journey. Traveling by bus takes 30 minutes if the transfer lines up at just the right time. Walking takes an hour. Of course, time doesn't exist when it's stopped. Striding across town, you can't help but feel alone in the crowded city. People locked in surreal poses seem doll-like and soulless. Cars line up bumper to bumper in the streets, which now resemble parking lots. The lack of sound puts you on edge, and like in a horror movie when everything quiets before the monster pops out, you find yourself humming or whistling just to hear something, anything. The city doesn't pulse, it has no heartbeat. By stopping time, you created a void in which nothing seems to exist. And though you rule this domain, it feels too empty to matter. I take my time and stroll to work. I'd like to have a little fun on the way. I jog to work, can't do that one. I don't know why. Did I choose something about, like, I wanted my character to be smart and not buff or something? I think I did. I stroll to work, but take breaks along the way. I move at a steady pace and stay calm. I hurry to work in case I lose control and time starts. I move at a steady pace and stay calm. You walk at a brisk pace, concerned about physical or mental breakdown from prolonged stoppage of time. Wait, I selected the other one. Okay, whatever. Crossing the street, you step onto the Benjamin Franklin Parkway, which provides a straight shot to your office building. As you step onto the curb of John F. Kennedy Boulevard, you glance down at your watch and restart time. You stand in the lobby and wait for the elevator to the 7th floor. If there weren't 2 flights of stairs per floor, you'd consider running up. A crowd of suits appears from behind, and as the doors open to the first elevator car, the group pushes past you. Before you even think to react, the car fills up. You recognize some of them, members of the Myers Group, an elite law firm that takes up floors 8 to 10. Sorry, all full, a short, youngish woman in huge glasses shouts out with a laugh. As the doors close, you hear an anonymous voice call out, "He works for eternity, no one cares if he's late." 5 minutes later, you race into the suite. No sooner does your bag hit your desk than you hear the hurried shuffle of your boss shooting around the end of the cubicle row. Benjamin Bain marches through with the intent of a Marine drill sergeant and nearly knocks over a mail cart on his approach. If the cart could talk, it would groan in agony. Benjamin, never Ben, resembles a moving tank. He once broke his leg in a skydiving accident and still walks 2 miles to work in a cast without crutches. He plays rugby on the weekends just for fun. Glad you made it on time, Franklin, and not a moment too soon. Ready for the big meeting? Yes, sir. I'm looking forward to meeting our potential new clients. Very ready. I'm sure we'll sign these clients and bring in some revenue. Ready to get this over with? Yes, sir. I'm looking forward to meeting our potential new clients. Great. Let's get to work then. Benjamin hoists the projector under one arm and throws a huge backpack over his shoulder. This is not the glamorous part of the job, but we need to set up the conference room, arrange the tables, photocopy the reports and agendas, of course, collate them and sort them, collate and sort them, and set this equipment up. You may want to look over their company profile, too. Silvio Investment Group is a relatively new firm. I dropped a file on your desk with pertinent info about their company. Have people assist you in getting everything prepared. Kate from sales is here, and Kyle should be here any minute. Set up the meeting room, make the copies, and make sure everything is arranged. Be ready at 8 to meet our potential clients. I'll drop this off in the large conference room, but then I have to finish my PowerPoint. Benjamin walks off, nearly knocking over a tall cactus plant as he swings past the edge of the row of cubicles. That would have been painful if you ran into a cactus. Jeez. He's very, very not careful at all. The front office door opens and Kyle steps through. All 5'6" of Armani suit and capped with teeth with enough product in his spiked hair to support a laptop. At the receptionist area, the morning greetings start. He flashes by each desk, offering a witty remark or well-placed compliment to each occupant. He's a mouth of a man with the roar of a lion. A small figure with a captivating charm who draws attention like a sports car buzzing down a busy avenue. Franklin, hey! You hear behind you? Oh, wait, it's Kate. Franklin, hey! You hear behind you. Kate stands pressed against the wall of your cubicle, biting the side of her lip and staring at the conference room. You have new clients coming in. Big group with lots of referrals to sign up for insurance. Yes, and Benjamin told me to ask you for help setting up the conference room. Yes, and I could use help setting up the room if you have time. What do you want, Kate? I don't have time to chat. Don't be rude. I could use some help. All the time in the world. I'd rather help than just sit here. I'll go nuts if I have nothing to do. Kate stands back from the narrow divider of the cubicle. She wears more makeup than normal, which accents her round cheekbones and small mouth. Blue eyeshadow matches dark blue eyes. Her brown hair with blonde highlights doesn't match her dark brown eyebrows, which stand out on her light tan skin. She wears no jewelry other than a simple black onyx on yellow gold ring, which she plays with as she moves to her desk and sits. From around the back of the cubicle, Kyle slides up, and you notice his bold red tie and matching pocket square. No hair on his face seems out of place, beard trimmed, eyebrows perfectly plucked, hair poking up in perfect spikes. He shoots his left hand forward, and a Tag Heuer watch pokes out. Beautiful gold bracelet with a shiny timepiece that probably cost as much as you make in a month. Good morning, fellow Eternity International co-workers. Big day for us here. Are we all ready for the new clients? Franklin and I are getting ready to set up the conference room, Kate says in a flat tone. She looks at Kyle up and down and rotates away from him as she speaks. Nice makeup, Kate. Looks natural, Kyle says with a smirk. He squeezes your shoulder. Anyway, what can we do to help Franklin? You think back to the tasks Benjamin laid out. Set up the conference room, copy the reports and agenda, arrange the materials. With less than 20 minutes to go, you wonder if the three of you can have it all ready. Of course, you can always stop time, so you don't have to rush. I have Kyle make copies and packets while Kate and I clean and set up the conference room. I have Kate make copies and packets while Kyle and I clean up the conference room. I don't want their help if I do it all, I'll impress Benjamin. I tell Kate and Kyle to prepare for the meeting while I read up on the clients. Or I don't care about this meeting, I'm just killing time before I quit this job. Kyle seems like a stuck-up douche who's like putting on a facade of compliments and kindness. Who's just really not that way. So I'd rather talk with Kate. See what her problem is with Kyle. Kyle, can you make copies and assemble the meeting packets? Kate and I can handle things here. Just ask reception for the details on where to pick it up. Sounds fine, Kyle says, and whisks out of the office. You walk with Kate to the conference room, which stands in disarray from a party held here yesterday. A member of upper management turned 50, which meant catered food and birthday cake for the chosen few. The partitioned conference tables are pushed to the edges of the room, and heavy leather and wooden chairs are scattered in the central area, while streamers cling to each wall. Kate plucks the birthday signs down and dumps them in an oversized trash can by the door. You gather large bits of trash and discard them. As the two of you clean the room, you also arrange the furniture, sliding the tables back to the center in a square pattern and setting the chairs up for the guests. Kate is new to the company, and this gives you a chance to get to know her. She pushes back a lock of her hair, and you spot a thin pink scar just at her hairline. Do you enjoy working here? Do you live around here? What's the Myers Group? Are they mean to everyone? What do you think about Benjamin? Do you work a lot with Kyle? Do you get along with Kyle? What do you know about the clients we're meeting? A few friends are celebrating a birthday at the new casino tonight. If you're free, would you like to go? Well, that's all I want to ask. I shouldn't invite her to a thing for another guy's birthday. That would be rude. Do you enjoy working here? It's a job and a good one, she says. The benefits are top-notch and the bonuses are more than fair. I used to work at a smaller firm that barely paid us beyond base salary. I used to work for a small firm too. I agree, the pay and benefits are great reasons to work here. Where was that? I asked, hoping to learn more about her. Don't you want to feel passionate about your job? I used to work for a small firm too. Let's get some, something, let's get some common ground. That's what I'm trying to think of. God, what's going wrong with me? Oh really? Was it the same line of work? She asks as she wipes down the now assembled conference table with a disinfectant towelette. Similar, the firm sold insurance policies, but I mostly plugged numbers into databases and prepared reports. I got promoted a few times, but didn't get into sales until after I left. Why'd you leave? I was laid off when the company got hit by the stock market crash in '08. I lost my savings too. The company was poorly managed and I left before it went under. I went back to school and decided to move away to experience life in a bigger city. Things just didn't work out there. This is the truth. That sucks, she says, pausing from her works. The way this government handled the market crash and bailing out Wall Street was criminal. I'm sorry to hear you lost your job. Thanks. Losing everything in such a short time made things tough for quite a while. Kate stares at the whiteboard, absorbed in some momentary thought. I don't trust banks or retirement funds. All my money's hiding in pillows at my house. Kate slides the desk around and, in doing so, knocks over a stack of papers which scatter about the floor in all directions. You move to pick them up and notice among them a yellow, crinkled, handwritten page. As you reach to pick it up, Kate snatches it and tucks it in her date book. Well, that's just a stupid grocery list. Thanks for your help. I can pick up my mess if you want to get back to moving the tables. Do you live around here? Blah, 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 blah. Do you live around here? Not too close. I live over the bridge in South Jersey. Can't you tell by my big hair? She cracks a smile that looks clownish given her deep red lipstick. How long is your commute? Solid hour in light traffic. You must wake up real early to make it here on time. I wake up at 5 since I just hate to be late. Kate's pause seems deliberate. She's hiding something. You have a strong work ethic to be here on time while living so far away. Sounds like you have other reasons to wake up early. I don't live far from here. It's hard enough for me to wake up early. Let's compliment. Sounds like you have a strong work ethic. What the buds? Kate shrugs. I do what I have to do. Kate crouches and wraps her arm around a leather chair, which she leg presses up and over a cart filled with AV equipment. Her back and shoulder muscles bulge, and her shoulder blades pop from her leaning back. She lowers the chair near the door with a slow exhale. Ooh, she's strong. What's with the Myers Group? Are they mean to everyone? Well, Kate, lifting that chair was impressive. Do you work out? Yeah, let's do that one. Kate smirks and raises her eyebrow. I just keep an active schedule. I've never seen the inside of a gym. Kate stops to read a text and sighs loudly before putting her phone away. I shouldn't do that. Let's ask if she gets along with Kyle. Kate lets out a short laugh. Not really. Did you get that sly remark you made about my makeup? That's Kyle. Everything he says is venomous, and I try to avoid him. Kate sets up the projector and points it at the screen, while you connect the laptop to prepare for Benjamin's PowerPoint presentation. You imagine he'll be here any moment, and your time speaking with Kate will be over. What do you think about Benjamin? Blah, 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 blah. Like I said, I shouldn't invite her. What do you even know about the clients we're meeting? Let's ask that. Not much. They're called Silvio Investment Group, but they don't have a lengthy history. Benjamin says they've been in business for 5 years, but I can't find much about them on the internet. Even their webpage is sparse. All I know is that they're a privately held firm who is licensed with the Philadelphia Stock Exchange and have lots of employees in the area who want life insurance. From the hallway come the sounds of a squeaky rolling cart and Kyle's voice. He appears in the doorway and maneuvers the cart into the room. Kate passes by him as she moves toward the door. Everything's set up. I'll be back for the meeting, she says. Kyle moves the cart of meeting materials near the conference room tables and slides boxes with pamphlets and bound documents onto the smooth mahogany surface. So you've only worked here a month so far. Liking it? Kyle asks. It's fine. Sounds like there's more to that answer. What do you mean? I went into the girl voice. Kyle stops and places hands on his hips. Well, is this just a job to you? Are you a team player? Do you want to ascend the corporate ladder? It's just a paycheck. I'm here to be a part of a team and do an honest day's work. I'm going to run this company one day. I'm here to make money, but I enjoy working among a team and hope to prove my worth and be promoted. This is an interview, Kyle. I'm here to make money, but I enjoy working among a team and hope to prove my worth and be promoted. Kyle claps his hands together like he's praying. My, what a wonderful if practiced response. If you're being honest, you'll fit in well. If you're trying to tell me what I want to hear, well, I have no space in my team just yet. Kyle clears the table and wipes it down with a damp cloth. Don't we have people to do this? I could be making sales, yet I'm clearing tables and setting up a conference room. Did I get demoted to cleaning person? Kyle's phone buzzes, playing an upbeat pop jingle, and he walks to the far corner of the room. Hello. Yeah, I can't really talk now. Send it to me by text and I'll check. As soon as the call ends, Kyle breathes out a long sigh. His phone vibrates and his fingers tap speedily on the screen. Curiosity piqued, I stop time and read the text. I'm curious about this text, but it's not my business. Kyle's text don't interest me. I'm curious, but it's not my business. Something in that text bothered Kyle, but I haven't known him for long enough, and I have to respect his privacy. Kyle puts his phone away, and though a brief red flushes on his face, it quickly passes. Do you enjoy working here? Do you live around here? So I hear you run your own team. What's that like? Why are you in this meeting with the new clients? What do you think about the Myers Group? What do you think about Benjamin? So what do you think about Kate? I noticed you and Kate don't get along. What do you know about the clients we're meeting? I realize this is a short notice, but would you like to go to the casino tonight? That's all I want to ask. Not doing that. So what do you think about Kate? She's a good salesperson. That's it? What can I say? I don't know her too well. She's a private person. Push Kyle for more information about Kate. I don't know what to say, really, Kyle says with a somewhat harsh tone. She lives far from here and commutes. I think she takes care of her father. She plays her cards close to her rather ample chest. Kyle turns away and you get the impression he doesn't want to discuss Kate anymore. Kyle leans into the edge of the table and pushes it with his whole body. I run 3 miles a day, eat like a Buddhist monk, and work out to those damnable P90X videos every single day. But moving a table across a carpet makes me pant like a pregnant hyena. You think I'm that guy in hell pushing the rock up the hill? Syphilis? Sisyphus. That's it, Sisyphus. You're a smart one, Franklin. Yep, okay. Thanks, Kyle. I appreciate the compliment. So I hear you run your own team. What's that like? Kyle sits on the edge of the table and for a moment reminds you of a teacher. Let me give you a piece of advice. This company, like all for-profit companies, wants to make money. When I sold policies by myself, I did well. I made bonuses, had independence, yada yada yada. I proposed to the bigwigs that I take a subgroup of the sales force and lead them in a focused team structure, where we work as a cooperative, obtaining leads, closing deals, and so forth. We had a 3-month probationary period, and at the end, sales went up almost 20%. So what's your advice? How do I join your team? How does the team benefit you? Congratulations, that's impressive. Why, thank you. I just saw an opportunity and took it. This company allows for creative thinking when the end result is increased profit. Kyle lifts the table, stops abruptly, and glances at his wristwatch. A beautiful gold bracelet with a shiny timepiece that must have cost thousands. He removes the piece of jewelry and places it on a chair in the corner. Let me move this to the corner, he asks, and reaches for an end of the heavy oak table. I help him move the table and ask him about the watch. I stop time and take the watch. No, I'm not a thief! Wow, that's a nice watch. Must have cost quite a bit. Thanks, it cost me close to 4,000. Wow, but I talked the salesman down from 5. He wasn't as good a negotiator as me. Yeah, I'm not ever gonna spend that much money on anything that's like just a freaking accessory. God. He wasn't as good a negotiator as me, Kyle says, with a flash through his perfect whites. I made a nice bonus last year, handled lots of new accounts, and to be honest, I felt I earned a reward for myself. With the table in place, Kyle puts his watch back on and returns to setting up the room. Literally, a watch like that, that's just to show off your money. There's no point in doing that. It's such a waste. Do you enjoy working here? Do you live around here? Blah, 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 blah. Are you in this meeting with new clients, maybe? What do you know about them? Oh, looking for some inside info. I haven't spent much time researching them, but it sounds like they're a progressive, non-traditional company. You may not appreciate Benjamin's ultra-professional, old-school approach. Kyle looks away, and you realize that's all you're getting out of him. As you talk, Kyle plugs in a coffee urn and presses buttons on it randomly until it lights up. I should go work for NASA after programming this thing to make coffee. Are they even a thing anymore, NASA? I don't think they are, but I'm not sure. Your guess is as good as mine, Kyle. What do you think about Benjamin? He's a great guy, not the best at sales per se, but a hell of a manager. Kyle's phone buzzes with the ringtone of a puppy barking, and he scans the screen. So tell me more about Benjamin, he says. You say, What are his hobbies? I ask. Maybe we share common interests. What does he value in an employee? I ask, hoping for insight. Any juicy gossip? I ask, hoping to learn some dirt. What does he value in an employee? Cal tilts his head and purses his lips. Great question. Honesty. He's an idealist, living by a code of ethics. Think of him as a modern-day knight in shining armor. He walks around the center table, and his phone buzzes again. Glancing at the screen, he says, "Just talk to Benjamin. He loves to talk about himself." Kyle gazes at his reflection in the coffee-urn's smooth surface and adjusts his tie and pocket square. You hear Benjamin's voice bellowing from down the hall. You won't have much more time to set up or speak with Kyle. Do you enjoy working here? Do you live around blah 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 blah? Why are you in this meeting with the new clients? We're on my own team, but apparently this new client will need policies for dozens of personnel. My team will set up each account and provide customer support. The strange thing is that they want to supply the info to us directly, which means no contact with the end customer. I always communicate with the enrollee directly, you say. You need their social security number, beneficiary info, etc. Exactly, you're smart. Getting that info from the employer is fairly uncommon these days, but hey, it makes my life easier. Benjamin leans in through the doorway. Be good? All set up? Absolutely, everything's ready, Kyle answers. Benjamin nods and taps the wall with the palm of his hand. Back at your desk, a note sits on your keyboard. Be prepared for the meeting today. We need these clients. We want to stress our affordable prices and supreme customer service. BB. You glance at the time, 8 a.m. You grab your files and head to the front of the office to wait for the guests to arrive. Joining Benjamin at the front of the suite by the receptionist's desk, you stand and greet a line of businessmen from Silvio Investment Group, though anyone would easily confuse them for a funeral home business. Each is dressed in tailored black suits and shiny black shoes, with enormous gold watches, silver tie clips, matching cufflinks. Matching cufflinks, I forgot the end. They share the same olive complexion and slick black or brown hair, except for one guy with the gray hair and a deeply receding hairline. A woman steps out from behind the row of men, wheeling a mini suitcase and carrying an oversized notebook. You almost mistake her poof of hair for a crow sitting on her head. She wears a well-tailored suit as well. Gentlemen, Benjamin says with a welcoming smile, and lady, thank you for meeting with us today. Please join us in the conference room. He ushers down the hall and you follow behind. Ooh, here we go. We're gonna get into the business. Ow. In the meeting room, Kate and Kyle sit at the long table with the members of Silvio Investment Group on one side, all tailored suits and smiles waiting with eager stares. I want to welcome our guests from Silvio Investment Group. Benjamin provides a brief overview of the company using his slide presentation and the packets before each person. When he finishes, the man in charge on the Silvio side stands. We appreciate you taking the time to see us on short notice. I am Peter Silvio. To my right is my nephew Michael. This is a family business of sorts, but Michael gets no special treatment. All on the Silvio side laughed, prompting your group to smile in turn. Michael is vice president. Next up is Eduardo Derizio. We call him Ed. Don't anyone call him Fast Eddie. Again, the group chuckles. Ed runs our sales division and is a graduate of Wharton Business School. Finally, we have Serena Silvio, our accountant. She went to Columbia, so we all have to watch out for the business school rivalries. Hello, everyone, Serena says with a nod. Peter returns to his seat. Let's introduce ourselves, Benjamin says. Kyle goes first, highlighting his vast sales experience and record as a top broker for the firm. At this point, you realize introductions are more sales pitch than greeting. What you say to the clients may sway them to selecting you as their firm's associate. Next, Kate makes a more subdued approach in her introduction, but mentions her untiring work ethic to meet the needs of clients. Finally, it's your turn. I focus on my professionalism, discussing my superior knowledge of this business. I discuss my background and give a more personal introduction. I charm them with my social skills. I explain that I am one of the newest members of the group, eager to take on new challenges, or I joke around and keep my introduction lighthearted. I focus on my professionalism, discussing my superior knowledge of the business. You rise and clear your throat. Good morning, I am Franklin Gray, Research Analysis. I am the research arm of the group, providing data to the team by such means as analyzing health trends and investigating ways to keep costs low for our clients. I am well educated and have years of experience. As you sit, you notice Peter and Michael sagging in their seats, eyes drifting around the room. Ed and Serena look impressed by your words, and Benjamin beams with a smile. Kyle seems to be sulking in his chair. He did a better introduction than me. So mad. At the end of the introductions, Benjamin returns to the head of the conference table and dives into a 5-minute lesson on the fundamentals of life insurance. All of the Silvio members sit in quiet contemplation as if parishioners during a long church homily. Seeing the mood of the new clients, Benjamin turns to you, Kyle, and Kate. At this time, I'd like to turn the meeting over to Franklin. All eyes turn to you. Oh boy. Startled, you leave your seat and step to the helm of the massive table. Kyle breathes a heavy sigh and shakes his head, face red. In front of the small crowd, your heart races. Though you know how to pitch to clients and feel confident in your delivery, you feel the pressure of selling the Silvio Group on using your firm. As your hands touch the table and you contemplate the approach you'll take, you look around the room and realize you've frozen time. With the meeting paused, you have the opportunity to take action and maybe even swing the account in your direction. I read the personal notes of the Silvio members to learn more about them. I head to Benjamin's office and look for key information about these potential clients. I read the file on Silvio Investment Group that Benjamin left on my desk, or I restart time and continue with the meeting. I read the file. You leave the meeting room and head to your desk. Atop your pile of work sits the file folder given to you by Benjamin, which you flip open. As an investment group, the Silvios mostly trade stocks, and by the look of their recent public transactions, they delve into riskier opportunities. Even their own marketing materials suggest they cater to clients looking for aggressive growth and large portfolios. Looking through more of the folder, you read boilerplate marketing and stock trading materials common to investment firms, but finally come across an interesting principle. All brokers are required to own shares in any company they recommend to a client. Such a bold practice is surely not typical for other firms and speaks to the confidence of Silvio Investment Group's stock picks. You close the file and return to the conference room with a bit more knowledge about your potential clients. You suck in a cool, long breath. Your body feels tense, and your heart beats in an irregular pulse. Fortunately, these sensations pass, and you consider your next moves. I head to Benjamin's office and look for key information about these potential clients. You walk out of the conference room and march into Benjamin's office. His desk is clean and neat, the computer and minimal files taking up space. 3 cactus plants rest on the narrow windowsill in perfect alignment. Taking up a large section of wall beside the window stands a large fish tank with a variety of brightly colored fish floating still in the void. Covering another entire wall rests a bookshelf, each row devoted to books on a particular theme: management techniques, the history of the Renaissance period, and instruction manuals. On the wall by the door, a framed sign reads, "Discipline is the soul of an army, George Washington." You slide out the keyboard, but as you click the keys, the unresponsive monitor reminds you that devices don't work with time stopped. This certainly takes getting used to. You yank on desk drawers, all locked except one. Pulling out this entire set of files, you shuffle through and locate the research on Silvio Investment Group. Skimming through the files, you look for key points about the potential new clients. Much of the information is cursory: corporate location, history of the firm, all details available on a basic web search. But buried in the middle of the package, several sheets marked confidential pique your curiosity. First, their roster of employees shows the majority recently earned their broker's license, and for most, working at SIG is their first job. 90% of their workforce telecommunicate from home, telecommute from home, and many have only partial contact info, just a phone number, a personal email address, or part of an address. What stockbroker lacks essential ways to be contacted, or is the info just missing? As you close the package and return it to the desk drawer, an envelope addressed to Benjamin Bain slips out and falls to the floor. Mr. Benjamin Bain, our company is interested in life insurance policy for all of our 50 employees. In the past, we have managed our own accounts and would like to discuss using your firm to supply life insurance for our workforce. Please contact us at your convenience. Eduardo Dorizio, Chief Financial Officer of the Silvio Investment Group. You replace the letter, drop the packet in the drawer, and close the desk. Before you leave Benjamin's office, you scan the room to ensure nothing is out of place, and finally return to the meeting room. A sharp pain digs in your scalp, and the muscles in your limbs tighten, and a natural dizziness swells, and you lean against the table for balance. As a bead of sweat from your chin splashes on the table, you hear a cough and look up. Time resumes. At the head of the table, you flip to the next slide and cover the material you've rehearsed a dozen times since you joined Eternity, though in the past few weeks you've augmented the templated demonstration with your own data and intellectual offerings. Ed and Serena pay close attention as you relate a comprehensive, thought-provoking presentation, as if leading a graduate-level class on life insurance policies. Unfortunately, such lofty presentations fail to impress Michael and Peter, though they seemed disinterested in Benjamin's introductory remarks. Okay, so I gotta find a way to impress Michael and Peter now. At the end of the presentation, Benjamin flips on the lights and stands at the foot of the long conference table. Thank you, Franklin, for that insightful description of what Eternity can offer. Now, Mr. Silvio, Peter, how can we get started? Should we discuss a plan to provide each of your employees with a policy, or should we host a seminar at your office to provide information to your staff? Hold on one moment with that, Serena says. We're not sold yet. Ed leans his arm on the table and stares directly at you. We have numerous employees and hire more and more each month. We want a long-term relationship with your insurance carrier. What are the key reasons we should use your firm? We present you our company, but we just want to know the major benefits of signing with you over the many other firms. Taking a deep breath, we provide an answer to the waiting room. Like Benjamin said in his notes, I highlight our affordable prices and superior customer service. After a quick turnaround and setting up all the policies they need, I suggest non-traditional policies that cater to their specific needs. They were very non-traditional in everything they do, so I think non-traditional would probably be pretty good for them. Since you read Benjamin's personal files in the Silvio group, you feel standard policies are likely not what they want. You know it was Ed who first contacted Benjamin for this meeting, so he seems to be the true person in charge here. You face and address him directly. We may seem like a traditional company, but truthfully our strength is in our willingness to work with our clients on special policies with non-traditional terms. We are not trying to sell you on a new car, we want to cater to your needs. Peter claps his hands like he's banging cymbals in a marching band. That's it, right there, that's what I needed to hear. I agree, said Ed. Ed says in a more reserved but still affirmative tone. You've addressed exactly what we had hoped to hear. However, we are somewhat concerned over the cost of the premium, with over 50 policies to start. We'd be cash-strapped. We're an investment firm and invest a lot of our own capital. To hand over a large sum is difficult, and for us that is a major sticking point. Michael's enthusiasm abates. I'm glad you reminded us of that, Ed. Our premiums are competitive, Benjamin says in an even, flat tone. We realize that, Benjamin, but starting so many policies at once could be costly, Serena says. Peter leans back in his chair like he's at the barber's preparing for a shave. Can you work with us, Benjamin? Can we think out of the box, as the corporate types say? What if your group holds the premium and invests in them? Wait, What if your group holds the premiums and invests them instead of sending them to us? Kate says assertively. We would just charge for the setup and management of the life insurance program. Hold on there, Kate, Benjamin says, slapping the table but with a smile. That's not how we normally do business. That's interesting, Ed says, fingertips pressed together in front of his chin like a Bond villain devising a plot. Oh, like this. We can keep the premiums in escrow and pay out claims first from our own account. I'm not sure, Benjamin stammers. By investing our own fund, we can grow it over time. That's smart, Serena says. Kate's eyes go wide and she sits on the edge of her chair. You hear Kyle grinding his teeth and Benjamin looks ready to pass out. Well, Benjamin, what do you think? Serena says with a smile. You let us put our premiums in a fund and we'll invest it. We pay you a management fee. Everybody makes out on the deal. The muscles in Benjamin's neck bulge and a vein the size of a plump caterpillar throbs on his forehead. If that's what you want, we'll do it. Great, Peter says, rising and extending his hand, so I'll get in touch with Franklin. Benjamin stands and shakes Peter's hand. I'll send you a contract and sure, feel free to reach out to Franklin. Dude! So that worked out, but Benjamin's not going to be happy with me. Oh boy. At the conclusion of the meeting, your group disperses. Everyone goes a separate way, and you sense that sides have been drawn in a war. You see none of your colleagues for the rest of the day, though toward the end of the business, a brief email pops up in an Outlook from Benjamin, sent to you, Kate, and Kyle. He expresses his thanks for signing the Silvio group. He makes no mention of your influence in the new client's decision to go with Eternity. Considering the meeting and the Silvio group, you feel content that Eternity won over the account, excited for the chance to capitalize on signing this new account to further my career. Indifferent, I don't feel too vested in work considering my new power. Content that Eternity won over the account. While you feel content that the meeting was a success, you can't shake a sudden overwhelming feeling of exhaustion. You leave the office and head straight for the comfort of your apartment. Whew, that was a pretty good day. Man, that was nice. I'm actually very happy with how that meeting turned out. Looks like my research paid off. The night creeps in at 6:32 p.m., darkening the blue skies outside your apartment window. No one's home. Olivia left a note saying she went to visit a friend, but will meet you at the Saturn Casino at 10 p.m. Raj started his birthday festivities early, no doubt. As you sit in the empty apartment, all you can think about is your new ability. Your hands tremble and head feels squeezed. You touch your forehead, feverish. Your stomach churns and you suffer that sensation of unwellness common before a bad cold. Out of curiosity, you try to stop time, but the clock keeps ticking. Like with a muscle, you overworked your ability and it's gone dead. On the kitchen table sits a care package from home. Well, your mother's house. It's still hard to call this apartment your home. Opening the cardboard box, you take out a tray of cookies, wrapped in tight folds of plastic. A knit hat you thought was lost in the nether areas of your old home's basement or attic. A few textbooks left over from college, and a rubber-banded stack of unforwarded email. A handwritten note from your mother lies on top. Franklin, I hope you're doing well and really miss you. I'm so proud of you for your new job. Please call me this weekend. I'd love to hear about your work and your new friends. Love, Mom. You fold the note and let it fall back into the care package. Spend 5 minutes getting through the plastic wrap, and with oatmeal cookie in hand, you sit on the couch and flip through letters, magazines, and other mail. One piece catches your eye. Your university newsletter. On the front page, a brightly colored photo in glossy finishes displays Professor Camilla Odin, winner of this year's American Institute of Physics Science Writing Award for her book, The Great Time Space Myth. Maybe you should pay your old physics teacher a visit. But not tonight. It's casino time! Next chapter! Boom! Okay. Time is a rubber band waiting to snap. I guess with time travel that would be the case. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. This series is fun, and I think we're going to get into some really cool stuff pretty soon here. But yeah, if you guys want to see more, definitely leave a comment down below and like the video, because letting me know that you want to see it will make me get it to you faster. It's just how the world works. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy this video as much as I liked recording and editing it. And yeah, I don't have anything else to say, so until next time we meet, farewell.